Hello everyone, I am Trevor, and whether you're watching this on Spectacular Stage Productions, The Lore Keeper Show, or Unknown Comic Stories, you probably know who I am. You have seen my face at least once, sometimes portrayed as different characters, but all around I'm the same guy at the end of the day. And today, I wanted to bring something to you guys. You see, 6 years ago on this day that the video is being posted, I created Spectacular Stage Productions once upon a time called Villain Master. And now I have 3 YouTube channels and an Instagram and a TikTok. And maybe we'll have more. That's exactly what we're talking about today, because we're looking into the future. My plan is to look directly into the future and see what is 100% going to come to fruition, what is about 50% coming to fruition, and what is probably 1% going to come to fruition, based on my interpretation of what the future holds. Obviously, I am no mystical future teller, but I do have some knowledge based on what we've already recorded and what we plan to record. So, with all of that in mind, let's first get into what is 100%. First off, we're going to start with Spectacular Stage Productions, a channel that, if you don't know, we make comedy skits as well as inspirational skits, and when we can, we make big, short films. I know that sounds strange and a little bit of a oxymoron, but it isn't actually, because short films sometimes can be anywhere from like 3 minutes to like 40 minutes, and I tend to put mine around like the 10-minute mark, and some will probably be longer than others. None will probably ever reach that mark of like 2 to 3 minutes, because I don't feel like that's a short film to me. But either way, we are planning to bring a new short film to you by the end of this year. We plan to bring more ads, more of the fun split-screen music videos. We plan to finish the World State series that we have been putting out. We also have plans across the other 2 channels to do more things connected to, for example, D&D experts, as well as the plan at the end of the year, hopefully maybe sooner than that, for the Lore Keeper Show. We have plans to get a new tabletop role-playing game onto the channel, since we have only been doing D&D, and it's called the Lore Keeper Show, and the plan is to have more tabletop role-playing games. The first other one that we will probably do is either going to be Transformers or Kids on Bikes / Kids on Brooms. It's going to be one of those, or maybe both of them. We can try our best, but right now the only one that's probably definite, maybe like a 90 to 80% sure, is going to be the Transformers one. And then of course, you have more D&D experts coming your way. If you have not already, please check out the ones that we did with Rolling Scones, Mike Fink, It's Scottish aka Matthew, and also the first ever one with Austin. We probably will bring back D&D Beginners. There currently are no videos for D&D Beginners, but please stay tuned for some new ones. I'm not 100% sure that they will be coming, I just know that they will be coming eventually, because I like that series and it's fun to introduce people to D&D and other tabletop role-playing games. Either way, on the side of Unknown Comic Stories, we have plenty of comic stories coming out. We recently just restarted our old series that we had on Spectacular Stage Productions, which is called Actual First Appearance. On the side of like regular social media with like Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok, I would say that the things I'm 100% sure on is that we are going to make new videos. I'm just not sure what they are yet. We have plans to make more like short little skits, which is why I'm really excited to like dive into YouTube Shorts. My plan, if I haven't done it already, is to update all the channels so that they have good descriptions, good playlist customization, as well as descriptions for said playlists, and a bunch of YouTube Shorts connecting to the long-form videos that we have on this channel, on these different channels across the 3. So that way you guys, if you are only a YouTube Shorts watcher, can watch these and get interested in these as well. The first channel I'll go over to is the Lore Keeper Show. The first thing I'll talk about is collabs. So of course we've already done a couple collabs, however we're not sure whether or not some of the other people that we're asking to do collabs are going to answer. We hope they do, and we really, really want them to, but we're not sure. In fact, some of them have answered and said that they will not be able to, but of course, those things could change, and so hopefully we could get a lot more D&D experts, like It's Scottish and the Rolling Scones. With that in mind, I would also like to point out the idea that there are D&D series that we have planned, as well as other tabletop role-playing game series that we have planned for the Lore Keeper Show. However, they haven't been recorded yet, so we don't know when they're going to be releasing. Series like Trust No One and also Not So Open Oakheart, yes, we're doing it again, both of them have some complications right now, both with outside of cast things and also just the fact that they're not recorded yet. So either way, regardless, we will get those things to you soon. To kind of encapsulate everything, I don't like to give you guys something that I am not proud of. And I tend to be very critical of myself. So I'm going to say this now. I may not put out something that I don't feel confident about. There was a video that was canceled because I didn't feel confident about it. And so that can happen at any point. There are shorts that get canceled, there are long-form videos that get canceled, there are D&D series, as people well know, that get canceled because of this. Everyone is critical of themselves, whether they like to realize it or not. And so, just know that if something is taking longer than expected or doesn't come out in the end result, it's probably because it might have been scrapped, and I'm just having a harder time with it. I will always try my best to explain that in the long form, but at the end of the day, we don't know. So, those are the things at the end of the day that I'm 50% sure on. Hopefully that last part wasn't too rambly for you guys. If it was, I am sorry. I just wanted for you to all know the idea behind me not putting things out and why that happens. This part is basically also called the dream section. What I really, really hope to achieve, I just don't know if I can yet. So, let's start off with just a dream overall. I want to be an improvised comedian. Yes, indeed, I love improv, and I would love to be an improvised comedian, working with people like Dropout and other places, or maybe have my own Netflix show, whatever. You know, that would be really fun, but it's a dream. I also want to have voice acting jobs. I do have one that I just auditioned for, so fingers crossed that that's gonna happen. Woohoo! But, again, just a dream. Other things that are dreams are more collabs that we're hoping to get, like we're really hoping to get Brennan Lee Mulligan or Matthew Mercer, or like, you know, the big people in D&D world. But of course, dreams. And then of course, on the side of unknown comic stories, we have dreams to collab with other comic book YouTubers. However, again, dreams. Collabs are very hard to get done. Especially when there's no guarantee that the collab will make money for people who normally get money for their videos. I have some plans to bring back cosplaying, as well as singing my own songs and writing my own songs, but those two things are very, very, very much on the low scale of things I really want to do. Singing is probably a little bit higher than cosplaying, since I don't entirely care for it all the time, but I do like it. So if you're a TikTok / Instagram / YouTube Shorts viewer and you like the cosplaying, maybe I will bring it back. And that's a maybe. Singing, probably more definite, maybe like a 10%, but once again, I have to get better at writing lyrics without a backing and then making backings, or having friends make backings instead of looking them up online and accidentally maybe using an AI one. I've never done that, but I don't want to do that, you know? I would never want to use an AI backing track because they're bad, and when they are sometimes quote-unquote good, they shouldn't be used regardless. Thing that is 1%. Twitch. I kind of find Twitch and like streaming as a whole very interesting, but I don't know if I would ever do it. Like, it's something that maybe I would do, again, 10%, but like, I don't know. There's ideas that I have that I won't talk about yet, because I don't really want to talk about them yet, but like, I may do Twitch. It's another like kind of social media that I haven't grabbed onto yet, so maybe? But at the end of the day, again, all of these things are either dreams or just slim possibilities. We have already gotten to where we are right now in 6 years. And, you know, some of those accomplishments may be less of an accomplishment than you may think they are because it's 6 years. I mean, after all, we only have a couple subscribers on each channel, but at the end of the day, I'm proud with where we are, and I'm proud that we are going to continue doing more and more things with what we have. At the end of the day, all of this is just a huge thank you to the people who continue to watch the stuff that I do. With that all in mind, be sure to subscribe, give this video a like, comment, do what you can to help this channel and other channels that I have grow wherever you're watching this from. And other than that, can't wait to see you guys next year and in my next video.